Hi, I'm Shawn, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master.
And I'm Will.
I really need to think harder about what I'm going to say before I push record. Previously on Roll for Adventure, what happened, Will?
Well, what happened was we made some new friends and some new enemies. Basically, everyone who's not currently with the party probably hates us, but we're used to it by now.
Well, what did you guys do?
Well, we met a former soldier who's now a cleric. So we have the cop priest, and then
The cop priest.
the cop priest in all his 70s exploitation film glory. Then we went to visit a bar and got kicked out because Dibs.
Because Dibs. You
Because
guys were
Dibs.
trying to figure out what was you guys were trying to investigate the bar.
We're trying to investigate the bar, but surprisingly, no one wanted us there. What a shock.
'Cause
I'm surprised.
There's something untoward happening, and who wants to be prodded when they're doing something untoward?
Exactly. So then we decided to go back to Elegant, and we met a robot.
A robot?
A robot!
That sounds fun.
It was fun. He has a very silly name for a robot.
Especially a robot in a high fantasy setting. But we're not exactly playing the Lord of the Rings here.
No. Our king's name is King in Latin. We're really good at this.
We're good at D&D. So after you went back and got Mikel's, because we got Mikel's character into the game finally.
He's the robot.
He's the robot.
If you know him in real life, this is very funny. If you don't, it's not funny at all.
Because in real life, I make fun of him for being a robot.
That's the joke.
Which drives his wife crazy, but that is the entire reason I made him a robot, because I thought it was funny.
Anyway.
Anyway.
After which, we went and took our brand new robot out into the most public setting possible, and we went and met the king.
Because what could possibly go wrong?
Especially when you're meeting the king.
Exactly. So that's what happened last time on Roll for Adventure.
It ended really well.
This time,
It's going to end really poorly.
we'll see what happens. Thanks for listening. As you're leaving, one of the nobles in the court, again, I am open to names because I didn't name anybody.
You should have asked me.
I know.
I gave you like 20
I
names.
know, and I suck. I've been really busy, and I have a family, so bite me.
He's a noble? Is he human?
He is a human noble, and he needs a name.
Archimedes.
That works. Okay. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. Archimedes. So Archimedes comes over to you and whispers. He says, "Meet me at the watchtower of Arahun after the sun goes down tomorrow evening." And just walks away.
Do I see anything on his wrist?
You do notice that he does not have a mark on his wrist.
Is the Inquisitor someone we can go see easily?
No.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to go to Stuart. The steward.
I thought too.
Stuart the steward.
I'm gonna give him the symbol after I make a copy of it, so we have it.
Oh, I already have a copy.
Okay, that's true. And just say, can you make sure the Inquisitor gets this? This is the mark he's looking for.
Okay.
And then check his wrist.
Um,
And then check Stuart's wrist.
Stuart the steward does not have
Okay.
the mark on his wrist. And he accepts it and says, "Sir, I will make sure that the Inquisitor gets this."
excellent. Thank you very much.
And he puts that in his pocket and stands at his post and motions the next party to come in. You do notice that there's 6 people in the next party. One of them does have the mark on their wrist. The rest do not. They walk in to the king's chambers. The door shut behind them with a loud thud, and you guys are left with only one option.
Go to the tavern. Oh,
We go to the library.
it's true. We got a lot.
So what do you guys want to do from here? You
Alright.
have, several hours. I mean, he said.
So we have a day and
a day and a half. So
okay.
you get to meet him after at the Watchtower of Erhoon after sundown tomorrow evening.
Do I need
I
rest?
say
No.
You do not. You do not need rest.
Can we go to the alley where the human ran away?
You can if you would like. You guys.
Yeah, let's do that. And
You guys will be
I
doing-
say we hit up the tavern too tonight and see if there's not a party going on.
Okay. So what are you guys gonna
Then
do
we do our
first?
sneaky thing.
Well, this will be your third time in the tavern, and you're bringing me this time.
Yeah, let's not go into
No.
the
I mean,
tavern.
I'm saying we sneak in at night is what I mean, because we never did that.
Oh,
We
that's
need
right,
to
'cause
figure
you
out what's in
went
that
there.
barrel.
Okay,
You got somebody who can open the barrel for us.
that's true. We have a walking crowbar.
All right.
So I say we wait until tonight and then.
Well, hang on. Let's look at the alleyway first. Let's
we
look
did
at
that
where
today.
let's look at where
Yeah.
he disappeared. Then worry about going into the. Then worry about sneaking into the bar.
Okay. So you guys walk over to that alleyway where he disappeared, and you don't necessarily notice
Your
anything.
CSI thing.
You guys do your CSI thing. We have a nice montage where somebody whips off their glasses, but yeah, you guys don't find anything, and it's not even like a roll a perception check and find out. There's nothing of note. The guy just was able to. I mean, he had a pretty long distance to go
Sure.
Yeah.
before he was able to disappear
Wait, his
without
footprints.
too much effort.
Walking backwards.
So nothing really to find there. You guys kind of lay low until evenings. You guys walk back to the tavern, and exterior night. The tavern is dark.
Okay.
Good.
The front door is locked,
Well, no.
like you do.
Wait.
And you guys walk around to the back.
There's got to be a way into the rooms. So is there like an upstairs that we can go up?
So you walk around the backside, and you notice there is you see it's the back alley. There's the back door to the tavern, which is most likely, you're assuming, leads into the kitchen. The back alleyway is full of barrels and stuff. It's wide enough for a cart to get down, which is probably, you make the assumption that they deliver supplies through this back alleyway, unload them, and then bring them into the kitchen through this back door. Back door is locked. There's a couple of barrels. There's a window that you could probably reach from on top of those barrels. And then over to the other side, there is a window that is too high up to reach for your hand. Like, it's maybe, if you guys are, how tall are you?
I'm
guys?
6'5".
You're 6'5". So you could probably reach up and reach the window,
pick
just
me up.
the barrel.
That's what I was thinking.
But
got
so you guys have the door, which is locked. You guys got the barrels that leads up to the window, and you've got the one on the other side that you can't get to. On
I pick up. I think I should pick up Dibs, throw you through the window, or let you walk through the window. You come out. Unlock
This seems like a
the
bad
door.
idea.
You unlock the door for us. We
Yeah, that's
did.
what I think. Yeah, I'm really sneaky. This would be great.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Are you gonna like hoist him up so he can get out the window?
Yeah,
Just
that's
kinda
what I'm
like-
thinking. If
Yeah, I'm
we,
just
if we
gonna
do that,
lift them
so
up to
and
the
this is on
window.
the second floor, so we're gonna be in the
Well,
room.
no, it's
No, it's
not.
just a tall window.
Oh, just a tall
It's a
window.
tall
Just
window
way up.
onto the first floor. You guys can't get. There are windows up.
We
to
need
the
to be
second
quiet
floor.
because there's people upstairs.
Well, I'm thinking there's gotta
There's.
be.
It's late. It's pretty late at night. There's of all the rooms upstairs. There's one window that you can see that there's light in. The rest of the rooms upstairs are quiet and dark. The entire downstairs is quiet and dark.
Well, I guess because the way I'm thinking, we could either make a bunch of noise and then ask to rent a room for the night. Not all of us, but just one of us, and that way we'd be in. We wouldn't have to worry about all that nonsense because it's a place of business, and they don't like me very much. But I'm sure they'd rent the room too. Okay, maybe that's a bad idea.
They know what your face is.
All right. So the robot needs a room. All right, so we break in.
All right. So I still haven't heard.
If you
what are you guys gonna do?
Wait a minute.
So I'm small. So if you could pick me up and I could go in that tall window,
Okay.
or at least we could get to the tall window, see if it's open and that
Alright.
sort of thing.
So,
And then, the plan will be me sneak in there, and then I will open the door for everyone else.
all right.
I'm fighting against my the lawful.
This is a place of business.
I will tell you enough that you are programmed by your creator
Elegant.
but Elegant has programmed
Do
you
his
to
work.
do his work. So your desire to do the law is overridden by your need to follow his orders.
Right.
His orders take precedent over the law of the land.
Right.
As far as your alignment is
Yeah, I
concerned.
would-
So you have no qualms about breaking and entering.
Right.
This B&E is right up your alley.
Because we think it's against the.
I'm totally not going
Right.
to break anything. And
On purpose.
if the window's open, then technically, since I'm short, it's like a door.
Okay, so your plan is at the
For me.
moment to have Michael or to have
Shelldon.
Shelldon lift you up,
Lift up Dibs.
lift up Dibs. Shelldon is going to lift up Dibs and allow him entry into this window.
Well, I'm going to look into. I'm not just going to like jump through it, but yes.
So you look.
We're going to see if it's open.
Okay, so you look into the window and the place is dark. There's nothing.
I can see in the
really-
dark. I can see in the dark.
You got dark vision, so that's
Yeah.
see in
I think
the
60
dark,
feet.
60 feet as if it's daylight,
Yes.
and then another 60 feet
In
as
black
if
and
it's
white or something
dim
like
light
that.
or
That's
something like
incredible.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see plain as
Isaac
day in
too.
there. There's nobody in there, but the window, unfortunately, is locked.
How's it locked? Does
It
it have like
is-
a latch?
It is locked from the inside with a latch, unless you have some sort of magical ability that can telekinesis. You cannot get in that window.
Did you get mage hand?
Could I break the window if I had to?
You can break the window, but that's
Okay.
gonna make some
No,
noise.
I know. Okay. And there's no way for me to like slip a knife. I have a small knife. I can't slip that around and like hit the latch.
Yeah, you're not gonna get there.
All right, let's try something else. We might come back here. But
Okay.
Let's check the other window.
You check the other window, and it is foolishly unlocked.
Oh, that was counterintuitive. All right. All right, lift me up and put me in that window.
Okay, make a stealth check, please.
Does it? No. If it's close enough that you can get it, you should probably go in, since you're probably more stealthy.
Is it close enough that I can get in, or do we have to do the whole?
It is.
How big is it?
Climb
It's
up in the
it's
back kind of thing?
it's big enough that you can fit through it, but if you're gonna try to fit through it, you're gonna have to make a dexterity check. You will not because you're so tiny.
Okay, well I have a lot of dexterity, so
I'm thinking you're sneakier than I am.
also I have bonus in stealth. So
Yeah.
All right, so make it. Well, it's not a stealth check; it's a
I
dexterity.
know.
check.
I'm just staying for future reference.
Okay.
And
I have investigation.
yeah, that was an
I
investigation.
investigation too.
So I have a 12.
Okay. You
Do I get stuck in the window?
start to squeeze your way through the window, and it's a tight fit. You're just barely
Sure.
fitting through there.
Alright.
You get in, fall, and land on a pile of pots and pans. Horrible racket. Just pots and pans
Climb out.
falling everywhere.
I got this.
But you're in.
Okay.
You're in, but you've made a heck of a racket.
okay.
Does he see the door? Is the door nearby?
Yeah, the door is fairly visible. It's right there. There's no wall. It was
Just leave it unlocked.
It was
no one will notice.
door, barrels, window, and then on the inside you are. So, here's your alleyway. You've got kitchen. You've got a wall here. The door to get into the kitchen was here. This is where the barrels were. This is where the window was. This is where the other window that was locked was. This is the stove. Counter space. More working space.
That's a nice kitchen.
Back here. This storage room. This is where all the food is stored. This is where that barrel that you saw earlier was, and this is the window that you fell. And this is where I
entered.
Yeah, this is like dishwashing space
Okay.
back here. It's pretty dirty. They don't do a great job.
So
of
not
that.
only did I land in dirty dishes, I landed in dirty water.
Nope.
Okay.
The sink was over here.
Okay.
We got pile of dirty dishes here, pile of clean dishes here.
Right, I
And
gotcha.
then this is so that's ooh, I got ink on me. So
Okay.
you've made a heck of a racket, but
Okay.
Just
you,
unlock the door and go out.
you are
And cover us.
in the space.
Okay. So after disentangling myself from everything I've just broken and made a mess of,
I rush over to the door and pop open the latch and go outside and hold the door
Alright.
open.
So I'm gonna wait till I hear someone coming down, and then I'm gonna make an illusion of a cat who's jumped in the window and is now gonna jump out the window as the person walks in. So it'll be
If someone comes.
yes.
That's your plan. You're good. So you're gonna wait outside.
I'm gonna be outside the window. I'm gonna be listening for like a door or something. No, you know what? When I think I hear somebody coming, because it lasts up to a minute. So yeah.
Okay. So what is your
It literally just makes a silent illusion. It's gonna be of a cat jumping from the pots out the window.
okay?
If
When I
someone
hear
comes in the
someone.
room.
Yeah,
If somebody comes in. All right.
that's my plan.
Okay. What is you already told me that. Just real quick, what's everybody's passive perception?
I don't remember what that is again. Something 10 minus your wisdom?
It's 10. It's
plus.
10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay, so I have 9.
So you're 9.
10.
Your
I don't have a modifier
10.
for wisdom.
Your will. You're 9. Rich, what's your passive perception?
13.
What's that?
13.
13. All right. We're just gonna write that down so I don't have to keep asking.
You should probably have a copy of all our character sheets.
I do, but
Okay.
it's I've got access to them on here, but
Oh, sure.
I've got in my OneNote I've got a details
Sure.
of player characters I can quick reference information here.
Sure.
Anyway, technology. So
Go one note.
so you guys have walked into this room, and I would like
No, we're not
all of
going
you
in.
to. What's that?
We're not going in.
We're waiting outside until
waiting outside.
for someone to come in, and then he's going to do his thing with the cat.
I'm gonna make this just so that way. What I'm hoping, this is my goal with all this, that someone will walk in because they heard a loud noise. They will see the cat jump out, and they will think stupid cat, and they won't be suspicious. And I'm hoping they don't even check the door because now it's unlocked.
Okay, you guys wait outside for about 20 minutes. Nobody comes.
Word.
Okay,
Okay, then we go inside.
so you guys go inside.
Yeah. I'm glad we prepped for this.
All right.
They leave. They lock the high window that nobody can get in. They leave the.
For reference, he did fail his
Okay.
his
That's all
check
good.
because otherwise somebody would have come down, but he did
Okay.
fail. And just for the reference, everybody take a peek over at the audio every once in a while.
I've been keeping my eye on it 'cause
Yeah.
it's like right here. So.
as have I, but I don't know how much audio we've lost. And
we haven't lost more than like a minute.
yeah,
I think,
yeah.
so we'll figure that out.
Yep.
We'll figure that out in post.
So I'm keeping an eye on it. Don't worry.
Okay, so I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, so you guys.
We're in the
Yeah,
tavern.
So
No one-
you guys have nobody has come down. You guys walk in,
Okay.
and
I'd say
begin
we.
investigating.
Yeah, I
Door to the
Let's find the
storage
barrel.
locked.
No, nothing is locked down here.
All right. So I mean, I would imagine that we all immediately just go straight for the barrel.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, we gotta.
Not all of us.
Someone's
Okay.
gotta watch the door.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Worst thing that could happen is we all run in there and they bolt us in.
Yeah. That's good
Good
point.
thought. All right. You're the sneakiest. You want to go see the barrel?
Sure.
And then I can.
You should probably watch the door because you have the highest passive perception or whatever.
Yeah, you're the most observant. So if you watch your backs.
Okay, so for the record, you guys can, if you choose, you guys can make a perception check to look for specific things. Just your passive perception is
Clues.
if like
Right.
if there's
We use investigation.
if there's an encounter happening and like you guys have a passive perception of an X amount, I'll make a stealth check and see if my stealth beats your passive perception. And unless you guys make the point to roll for perception, whether like that passive perception is what is used to determine whether or not you notice the potential ambush.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I'm gonna look
Okay, so
for.
the door is closed. So you notice you look at as you walk around. There's the door to the storage room and the door. Where's that pen? The door to the
Upstairs.
the door to out into the kitchen area is right here. So there's that door. There's that door. There's this door. This door is not locked. You know it because you've got your night vision. This door is not locked. This door is closed, but you can tell that it's not locked.
I have dark vision too.
So
just for
I think,
reference.
so I think we want to check and make sure that there's not like an alarm on that door, like even something as stupid as like a pot sitting on top of it. So if we open it,
Okay,
it's
so
noise.
check for traps. How do we resolve
This
that?
is just a perception check.
I don't know if it's perception or if it's. I think there's a.
There's something. It's in the player's handbook. Checking for traps. Can you look up in the index? Checking for traps.
Just for the record, I have dark vision as well.
Okay.
I also want to. I think one of us should, like, wedge that door to the inn.
Oh, the
So that way if
the
anyone
door
tries
out
to
of
break in,
the door
yeah.
out of the kitchen.
Yeah, the door into the main place.
I'll stand in front of it.
Okay.
This is us blocking the door. Set the big robot to stand in front of it.
I mean, yeah, he's got a pretty high strength. It's kind of immovable.
Plus he's heavy too, so.
Okay. Search and stable device.
I think it would be traps. Removing, disabling. See thieves' tools. Oh, geez, no. Traps. Finding. See wisdom, perception, also intelligence, investigation.
Investigation. All right. So
I have
I'm gonna use
investigation.
investigation too.
All right. So make an investigation check, please, both of you.
That's intelligence.
Yeah, it's intelligence. I get +3.
17.
Much better than me. I rolled
Okay.
a 9.
Or no, I'm not sorry, not 17. 15.
15.
15.
All right.
Did you add your? You added your.
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
intelligence is +1.
No. Okay. So then so you rolled +3 total.
You have
I have a
Because-
50.
Michael. What is your?
Oh, that's right. Yes, you are right. It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's 14.
So what's your
Oh heck, you can look.
investigate? So you have a.
He doesn't have investigation.
I don't have
Well, you can still do it. You just
Okay,
don't
so
get your
you're
proficiency.
so
bonus.
basically, so you're gonna what you're gonna do is you guys are all checking for traps.
Yeah.
So you roll your investigation, which is an intelligence.
Intelligence.
Investigation, yeah. Investigation is intelligence. So what you look at is investigation. If I tell you to make an investigation check, you look here. So that's your intelligence, which is this modifier. So you roll a d20, add this modifier. You don't have a proficiency in investigation, so you just get that modifier and that's it.
Whatever.
So I have a 17 currently.
You currently have a 17.
Yep.
15.
18.
18.
18. Okay.
This
So-
book of rock is better at this than we are.
So you guys are checking the door for traps, and you both say, I don't see anything, and you go to open the door, and Shelldon says, wait. This door.
When you do that.
So you stop them, and you notice that there is a trap on this door, and you notice that the trap is not a damage trap; it's a silent magic alarm. So you notice that, and you
On this door?
yes.
Is
you
there any
notice-
other way in the larder? Or is it just that door? Is it like
Yeah.
stone walls?
What are these walls made of?
Stone. The outside walls are made of stone. The exterior walls are made of wood. The outside walls of this room are made of stone. You guys do not necessarily know what these walls are. This wall is not accessible to you. This wall is accessible from the alley.
Alright.
And just to save some time, if you go out into the alley, you're going to discover
There's
it's
stone.
also made of stone.
Yeah. Alright, so I say that we wedge the door closed and we just open the stupid door, take a... do I remember, is there like a spigot on this thing? Did it look like it was a...
You do not recall.
No.
You just noticed the barrel. That's all you noticed from last time.
And it looked like a
Barrel.
fairly hefty barrel.
It was a pretty standard
Okay.
barrel, wood barrel with, your standard wood barrel with 3 metal bands around the top and
Yeah. So basically so I guess we have no way of really getting in this thing.
Could smash and grab.
That's what I'm thinking. Is once we open this door, if we prop that door closed, if we put a bunch wedge
You put a bunch of robot on the other side of
Yeah,
it.
well, the more I'm hoping to get out of here without being seen.
Right.
So that's why I was kind of hoping that we don't have him hold the door closed. If we could wedge it or something like that, then we could escape hopefully before we're seen. We could break in there, we could get a sample of whatever's in there, and then we could run out really quick.
Okay. So that's your guys' plan.
I
What do you
Anyone else
think?
have any ideas?
How many other dudes?
I mean, unless you have a way of removing the magic from the door.
Well, depending on how this trap's triggered, I don't know if is this a knob or is this like a latch or what?
Well, you've got it's just a to open the door. It's just a turn knob, push open, and that's it.
right.
As far as the trap is a magical trap.
so we can't really see it's
It
working.
is a magical means. It's like I said, this world magic is fairly common, so the idea that this door might be magically triggered to set off an alarm somewhere else in the building, so that the person who MacLeod is going to know as soon
Someone's
as
in
this
there.
door is open.
Is it set up by turning the handle or pushing the door?
That's what I'm wondering.
Why
Michael or Shelldon knows that
They will know.
they will know when the door is opened. If the handle is turned, the triggering mechanism for the trap is the door opening.
Okay.
So
All right, reverse thought.
yes.
We know that when the sun comes up, we literally have 12 hours to meet this noble who seems to know a lot that's going on.
All right.
Instead of accidentally blowing the cover and getting trapped before we talk to this guy and to the other guy that the king has us connecting with, what if we just, now that we know how to break in again, we revert,
Yeah, we fall in the pots and pans.
we connect with the two folks to get more information, and then if we're still needing to get this barrel,
Come back.
we come back.
Actually, hang on a sec. Does the trap go off if the door opens that way or if the door opens this way? Can we pull the door off the hinges?
The door is sealed so that, or the door is framed
hinges are
so
on
that
the
it
inside.
opens inward, and as soon as that door opens, the trap will be
Right, but can we pull it off its hinges the opposite direction?
As soon as the door is open, as soon
okay.
as the door
as soon as the door leaves its frame.
hinges,
Okay.
it will be.
That is the answer I was
Trigger.
looking for.
I say we be patient and meet with the two
I agree.
connections.
Yeah, I don't want to set off any traps.
It's a horrible idea.
Even if
Just kidding.
even if
Okay, yeah, that's what we got to do.
even if we could get in and get out, it'll mess things up and yeah, it's probably best if we just wait.
One of our other PCs a thief.
What's that?
Actually, yes. Maybe.
Rogue.
No. She's a rogue, but not necessarily
okay, that's true.
thievy.
Now then.
I think I actually wait.
Do you have any wizards? Oh, that's me.
Did I give myself a thief's kick? I think I did. I don't remember.
I don't think a thief's
Well,
kit will help with the
yeah,
magic
it's not going to
door.
help us magically disarm this trap. We have no way of dealing with this trap other than setting it off on purpose.
Yeah, which is generally a bad idea.
So you don't have any disarm trap type spells, I'm assuming.
No.
And being that it is a trap of magical means rather than mechanical, unless you have a spell.
We
to
can't
disarm
really
the
work
trap,
our way
you're
around
not going
it.
to be able to work your way around
Yeah.
that trap.
Okay.
So that's why I'm thinking, yeah, either we set it off or we leave.
Okay.
And then there's nothing else in the anywhere. Like, have we how much of this area have we looked over?
Let's everybody make a investigation check for me.
14.
I have 15.
10, 13.
Investigation is intelligence.
Yeah.
Intelligence
12.
12. One more time with those.
13.
15.
15. Okay. So Will, you notice that you guys are just barely eking these out right now. Will, you notice that a lot of the pots and pans have just this faint blue glow to them, and a smell that is just
Has any of it transferred onto me from falling onto them?
no, not
Okay.
necessarily.
Oh man, why did I eat that food?
But it's got this smell that is familiar
Okay.
to you, almost like
Have we smelled it in the cauldron?
you smell this, or well, you smelled this smell both times you drank an ale from this establishment.
Okay. Can both of you guys make an Arcana check on this thing? Because you guys have magic.
There's magic stuff.
All right.
Yeah, you can do an arcana.
Yeah.
See if I can identify it.
Arcana is intelligence.
Yep.
I hold a pot out in front of you guys, just like look at it.
18.
Yikes! I have 7 plus. What do I get the plus with?
It's +2 plus
Okay,
5.
I'm gonna stop you because 18 is more than sufficient. So
I read about this.
you recognize what's happening here as a basic mind control type of potion.
Probably over time, not all at once.
It is you recognize it as a potion that is derived from an herb that is found in the haunted forest. Or the forest, I can't remember the name of the
I
forest.
think it was
but-
the haunted forest.
No, the haunted,
it's
the
got a
haunted
big-
mountain.
it's got a
Right,
big
you're
elf
right, you're
name.
right.
Yeah, it's got a big
Yeah.
crazy elf name that I can't pronounce.
right.
The mountains are
The haunted
but
mountains.
The forest is rumored to be haunted, but it's an herb that grows in the forest at the base of the mountains that is used in production, is one of the components for this mind control potion. And it's all over the dishes.
Right, okay.
It's all over, like it's pretty faint because the dishes
Sure.
have been cleaned, but it's there and you can definitely see it. So there's all the food that is going through this establishment has these light traces of this mind control potion in it.
Right.
I
Well,
I find something that has the stuff on it, and I kind of like what's something small, and I'm just kind of like
You're gonna take a beer glass. one of the-
I'm going to collect evidence like a good CSI.
Very
Yeah.
good. The beer stein, you collect that and throw it in. Well, you don't have a pouch on you necessarily.
Well,
so
I
what
have
you're
a
gonna-
bunch of
Sheldon
stuff.
did.
You're gonna carry this.
Throw it
or
in
what
my
are you gonna
chest.
do? You were going to throw it in
Put it in the
Sheldon's
bank. We're going to put
chest
that in
of
the bank
holding.
from now on.
Put it in the bank.
Bank. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
This is the first time they realized I could do that.
Okay, so
I'm like, I have no way to carry this. Oh, I've got a handy Sheldon, new from.
wait a minute. So they're running out of stuff. It's clearly this mind control drug is what they're trying to get another shipment of, right?
Yeah, yeah, I would-
we kind of agree on that. We
I would
think-
be willing to bet that that's what's in the barrel.
I say we light this place on fire. No, burn that stuff
Okay.
in there because that's the last stuff that they have, right?
That's
they
true.
must be producing it somewhere, but that'll at least slow them down. So while
But
I don't
we
really
don't
mean
know
light on
that
fire.
this is the only place doing that.
Right, we don't. But it sounds like from their conversation that there's some sort of like limited, there's a limited supply for what they want to do. So any of it that we burn
I mean,
good.
he's not wrong.
Okay, we don't even have to burn it. We just have to disable the barrel, right? We got to put a hole in the barrel or something so it all drains out and it's ruined. So that way,
See, but it's in the stone room. It's basically in a vault.
well, that's what I'm saying. We wedge the door. We wedge the door to the outside to buy us some time. We open the door and we just destroy the barrel. Whether we burn it, I could zap it with something, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, well, if you're gonna do that, we're all gonna be like way over here, so we can run away and you can do that.
Well, I don't know if this stuff is flammable, so maybe burning it's not the best idea. But my point is that if we ruin it, then we slow down whatever it is that's happening.
Sure, but do we have a good way of doing that? Because I still don't want to set off a trap.
I think we've jumped to a lot of
All right, so
conclusions.
Michael,
I guarantee you that's what's happening.
so Michael,
I'm genre savvy.
currently when you were created from when Elegant
My name is
created
Sheldon.
Sheldon. Well, no, your name is Michael. Your character's name is Sheldon.
it's getting confused already.
All right, what?
So
gotta separate fantasy and
know that when Elegant created Sheldon, that he created him with 3 potential power cores. One of them was a fire power core. One of them was a water power core,
Perfect.
and one of them was, I can't remember what the third one is. I think it's written down on your character sheet. But so your bolt shot does deal fire damage. So you do have the ability to light a fire with your bolt shot, and it will deal fire damage, and any combustibles will ignite.
And you're fast. All right, we wedge the door, we kick it open. Well, you kick it open, burn the thing, and just run. You're kind of noticeable.
I think
I do have wood pieces.
it behooves us to wait until tomorrow to meet the other guy. Then come back.
I don't
I
want
can
to set
literally
up.
start a fire in 5 seconds. You always come back.
Yeah, let's come back.
Well done, team. We're gonna leave this door unlocked just in case we want to come back tonight. Because I can convince them to come back.
Hang on. We'll setting the door on fire. Set off the trap.
Eventually, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because it will eventually separate from the door.
Okay.
So it will eventually.
It's very important to ask.
How exactly does this trap work? If I burrow under the door, does it go? We need a crane.
All right.
We're gonna leave. We'll wait. We'll go talk.
Oh, I cannot tell you how disappointed I am that is the way that encounter worked out, but that was definitely wise, and I'm going to give all of you a point of inspiration for that.
Hooray! I don't know what that means.
Okay, so go ahead and just in the inspiration column, or it's top of the character sheet right here. There is
Yep.
there is a
Oh yeah, that gives us.
so just every time. Anytime you guys do something that is worthy and making such a logical decision, I think, is deserving, because there were 3 ways that encounter was going to play out, and that was the best case scenario, and I cannot believe that's how you guys did that. So I'm going to give you all a point of inspiration for that. So what that means is anytime you choose, if you've got a point of inspiration, you can spend that to gain advantage on a roll.
Okay.
So if you say you're going to do whatever, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to use my inspiration, you gain advantage on that roll. So you roll twice, take the higher of the 2, and you can use that on literally anything. If I say you have disadvantage on this roll, you can say I'm going to use my point of inspiration and take advantage on it. So it gives you the ability to just bam. I'm not going to give you the official D&D rule, like the official player's handbook says that you may only give 1 point of inspiration to a character. I'm not going to hold to that. I'll give you a couple. I'm probably not going to give you more than 3. So if you're like, it's not something that you want to like save up.
I thought they didn't carry over. We're carrying them over from session.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow them to carry over. So once I give you a point of inspiration, you have it until you use it. But if you're not using them, I'm going to stop awarding them. And that's like globally. If you guys as a crew aren't actually using the inspiration that I give you, I'm just gonna stop awarding them. So use them.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
like
I would just like to mention this plan, although probably logical, is not very heroic.
no. I'm not going to tell you
Up to
how I
me.
wanted that to work out. But
I mean,
For up to me, this whole place would be burning.
only one of us is like good, anyways. So.
So okay, so you guys leave. As you guys leave, walk down the alleyway, and it's the next night before you guys have to meet up with this guy. Is there anything else you guys think you want to investigate or check out before you go to meet? Because you guys got the Watchtower of Erhoon is like.
Oh yeah, is that local?
It's like a 2 hour. It's a 2 hour.
5 days away.
It's like 2 hour walk outside the city. You guys will probably take horses. You'll get there.
I mean, we could probably see it from the wall.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
there are 4 watchtowers around the city. For the record, this is a port city. It's like right on the water. So you've got the city. You've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 watchtowers, and these watchtowers
I'm gonna take these away from
are ancient structures. They're not necessarily used anymore. They're like part of an ancient defense system of the city, where they would have these giant towers that they would have fires blazing on top of. They're just not maintained. They're not used. They're just kind of decrepit structures. They're the old watchtowers. Each of them has a name. I've only given a name to one of them. The other 3 have names. Maybe they'll get named, maybe they won't. But the one in particular is the one, if you look at a map, like north the northwest tower, which is the one that's closest to the Elegans fortress, is the watchtower of Arahun, and that's where you guys are going.
Okay.
Got it.
So, you want to bed? I love you.
No, never.
Never. I've never told you in 12 years of marriage. Got a bit of a brain fart there. 12 years of marriage. I've never told you that I love you. I find that hard to believe.
You're a nerd. What's that say?
I love you.
Love you.
All right. So, is there anything else you guys want to do, check out before you guys go meet up with Elegant?
Should we hold on to the magically enchanted thing until we meet up with the noble guy?
The magically enchanted thing?
Mug.
The mug.
The mug. Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we wanted to bring it up to the Inquisitor or whatever.
I don't think we bring up that.
Okay.
I don't trust the Inquisitor.
Valid.
Do we know the Inquisitor?
We have not been able to verify.
Have we heard like rumors
The
about
Inquisitor
the shadowy figure?
is. So you
we're all
guys
scared
know
of?
enough about the Inquisitor to know that he's a fairly secretive chap. He's not one to. He's very suspicious. I mean, that's why he's the Inquisitor. He's extremely suspicious of everybody and doesn't take kindly to outside information. He's kind of a dick.
Okay. I kind of gathered that.
I mean, you know, as Inquisitors tend to be. Very stabby
Oh, all right.
and
Also good to know.
likes to burn people at the stake.
Oh, okay.
So-
He's one of those.
He's one of those. As Inquisitors
All right, maybe we
go.
won't be working too closely with him in the future.
Let's leave him alone.
So,
Is he Spanish and is he expected?
he is not Spanish, but he is also not expected.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh, man.
Anyways.
That was a good joke.
Anyways.
All right, so...
So if we're holding on to that, then I got nothing.
Okay, so you guys are going to meet up the next day with the noble at the Watchtower of Arahun. And you guys get up there just a little bit before sundown, not wanting to be late and not really having much else to do.
We're so lame.
And just after sundown, you see a horse riding up by himself, lone,
Shape changer.
one person. Well, there's a dude riding. One
okay.
person.
You didn't mention that.
A one person is riding up. He's alone. He walks up the stairs, and he says the noble. Did we name him? We did.
Yeah, we named him.
So Archimedes walks up the stairs onto the top. When he said meet at the Watchtower of Arahun, you guys kind of knew he wanted you to meet up at the top. So he walks up the stairs and meets you guys up there, and he says, "Listen, guys, I have been fairly suspicious about what's been going on in this town for a while now. There's something wrong here. I don't know if you can feel it, but every time I'm in the city, I feel like something is watching me." And you guys think back, and you realize it's kind of just been there the whole time, but it's subtle. It's like you kind of feel like you're being watched. As soon as you walk into the city gates, you feel uneasy. Like there's just this. It's this, like when nobody's around. It's like that feeling you get when nobody's around and you're in a dark room and you feel like there's.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That chill on the back of your neck. You feel that kind of subtly all the time when you're in the city, and it's unexplainable. And maybe I'm being a little crazy, but I feel like that all the time, and it's been like that for a couple years now. I don't understand it, but there's something happening here. And there has been there's been a lot of activity at the feet of the haunted mountains. There's something going on, like where the place where the forest meets the mountains. We have scouts out on patrols, and every once in a while they come back and they see packs of kobolds just in the haunted, like at the feet of the haunted mountains, just around, and they give chase to these kobolds, and they never quite catch them, but they can never find where they're coming from. And you guys know from the area that kobolds are not
Indigenous?
they're not. I mean, generally, there's
They're
a lot
invasive
of there's a
species.
lot of odd creatures that live in the woods, and there's a lot of really odd creatures that live in the haunted mountains.
Sure.
But kobolds
Not one of them.
ain't from around here.
Okay.
So the fact that the patrols through the city or through the region are finding kobolds is a little strange. For your own sake of knowledge, Michael, kobolds are a almost dragon-like character-ish.
I think there's a picture of
Actually,
them.
yeah, there is a picture of them in the monster.
You want me to find that while you keep talking?
No, I know exactly where it is.
Okay.
I can find it pretty quick.
Under K.
And they're fairly weak. An individual kobold is no big deal. A pack of kobolds could be a problem, and they tend to hunt in packs. They because they know that they're weak. That's a kobold.
I might actually be taller than them. Probably not. I think we're around the same size.
Yeah, about the same size. So an individual kobold, no big deal. Packs of kobolds, problem. And they tend to travel in packs of no less than 10, up to as many as 50. So, packs of 5 to 10 have been spotted pretty regularly where the forest meets the mountains. I don't know what's going on there. There's something happening over there, but
Has any of the scouts reported them looking for herbs on the ground? Gathering things?
they seem to be gathering. We can't tell what, because as soon as we see them, I mean, they tend to know we're there before we know they're there. So there have been a couple instances where they've dropped a basket, they're looking for something, but we haven't found any evidence of what they're looking for yet. But the king is just dismissing it as no big deal, and the fact that I've told him, or that the fact that people have told him that that the kobolds aren't necessarily around here, he doesn't seem to be concerned, and he's being very dismissive of this whole thing. But there's definitely something going on there.
We experienced the whole dismissal of this whole thing.
Yeah.
He's very convinced in the might of his army that there is no problem here, and it's very troubling to me personally. But that's just kind of where I'm at right now. But if you guys go to where the forest meets the mountains and you investigate there, I'm confident that you will come up with something.
Do I know what these herbs look like?
Yes,
Okay,
you do.
so I could identify.
Yeah, you could identify it very simply.
Can you give us general directions, because this is a big forest and big mountains?
Okay, so I will show you the map here in a
On that.
second, but
On the hex.
yeah, you guys know exactly what he's talking about when he says where the forest meets the mountains.
Okay.
Let me pull that map up.
So that'll take us a while to get there, right? A couple
It
days?
is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would be a 6-day walk, so it would be a couple days. So this is where you guys are at. So this being the whole place. This is the honorable city of Hayhill. These tiles, obviously the triangle is indicative of mountains, the 3 humps is indicative of foothills, the tree is indicative of forest.
Okay.
So you guys know that where the forest meets the mountains, he's talking about this section, right, and specifically where the forest meets the mountains, right there.
Okay.
This little square is where he's talking about, and you guys know enough about the region that you know that's what he means.
Okay. How far off the path is that?
Can we get there by path?
Let's see.
We can either walk through the mountains we know are haunted, or go through the forest which we're pretty sure is haunted.
So
If we burn the forest.
you guys don't necessarily know enough
plan A.
about the forests
Okay.
to know that necessarily by yourselves. Well, you know what? You were a soldier. You've been out on a handful of patrols. You probably know enough about the area to know how to get to that section pretty handily with staying on roadways. Because there are roadways through that forest, and you've traveled them plenty of times through your time as being a soldier on patrol. So yes, you could probably get at very least reasonably close to there without too much effort.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
So what would you guys like to do? Do you have any questions for Archimedes?
Yeah, can we pick his brain about what else he's been hearing in front of the king?
Yeah,
He followed us out of the building.
If he has access to court.
We know people have been walking in there with that tattoo.
Yeah, that's true. We should have, yeah. Have you seen anyone else with it? Well, so we'll show him the mark, and we'll say, have you seen anyone with this mark?
I have been noticing a small amount of people with that mark. I don't know what it means, but I've seen it around. It's pretty subtle. It seems to be about 5% of the people who walk through.
That number will kill him.
It seems
A rough survey.
Have you noticed anyone really close to the king with it?
not yet.
Okay.
Well, here's our working theory.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Someone's infiltrating the government.
Okay.
So what we found was we investigated the runaway princess. And what we found was
Runaway
that...
Princess?
Yes, the bar. You've heard of it.
Oh, well, yeah, everybody knows that place is crappy. Dog.
Yes. So we were investigating because what we noticed was that there were some people... Well, you heard about the drow, right? Heard about the drow?
Oh, well, the dude's head melted off.
Yes.
Everybody heard
Okay,
about
well, so
that.
this is what you might not know was he was with another guy and they were meeting at the Runaway Princess and they were talking about things. And then he ran to my library and he messed it all up. So I chased him. And what we found out was that they're waiting on shipments of something and they're complaining that it's going too slow and there's not enough workers or something like that. And so, anyway, our current working theory is that they're using the herbs at the base of the Runaway Mountain to brew some sort of mind control potion that they're mixing in with the food.
And the drinks.
And the drinks. And they're infecting everybody in the town, so they're going to throw a coup. Conspiracy.
Okay, do you have any proof?
Yes! Sweetie, I'm glad you asked! Inside the Runaway Princess, there is a big barrel with this mark on it. I'm going to show them a little thing.
Okay.
So unfortunately, we got in there, but the door to get in there is trapped, so we couldn't get in there today. So we're going to try again tomorrow. I've decided. And no one going to say anything. Okay.
No one. Everyone knows that interrupting, that trying to get you to stop talking is a worthless endeavor.
But also, what we did is we stole one of the mugs, and we found traces of that same herb on the mug.
Do you have the mug with you?
Yes, we do.
Can I see it? What the hell?
All right.
It's called magic, dude. Just let it
It's
go.
in there somewhere. Just reach in and grab it.
He just opened up his chest.
He also has no face.
That's right.
Well, I've already seen him at I've seen him. I've heard him talk.
Honestly,
that weirdness.
though, the
that
face
weirdness
thing.
is past.
Yeah, but the face thing should let you just kind of be like.
At this point, we're just going with it.
Yeah.
So
we'll okay. You don't want to do it. I can't even reach it. Someone else get it.
all right. So
Wait, didn't you say
he does. So there is a mechanical arm that grabs the mug from inside the chest of holding and reaches it and protrudes it out. This mechanical arm with a beer stein and
You would make the greatest bartender.
Archimedes just looks at the mug and is like,
I could live in there and pour the drinks.
no.
And you could deliver them.
Just he looks at it and was like, no, I'm not okay. Like just, he doesn't say anything, but the expression on his face is like, I'm not okay with this.
I take the mug out of the hand and kind of like push it back in and be like, and just close up the chest and be like, look, I had it with me the entire time. I'm just forgiving everything.
So for the people who are listening on the internet, Michael's character has effectively a bag of holding inside of his chest and a mechanical arm that can retrieve things, and his chest just opened up and retrieved the mug. Just sidebar. Moving on. So
Does the hand have an eye on it?
What's
lets him
that?
See what he's grabbing. Does his hand have like an eye on it that lets him see what he's grabbing
he's
in
a
there?
giant magical high fantasy robot. It's pretty safe to assume that there's some sort of
Some sort of
categorization
magic
system inside
Okay.
of this chest
Oh,
of
naturally.
holding. We're gonna call it the chest of holding.
The chest of
'cause
holding.
That just makes
That's
sense.
funny on many levels.
So Archimedes takes the mug
Make note.
and investigates it and says it's almost like it's glowing.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's what tipped us off.
That's kind of what tipped us off.
I'm going to take this.
We can seal it. Get another one.
Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to give it to the Inquisitor.
Aha.
Hopefully you're closer with the Inquisitor than we are.
Well, nobody's really close to the Inquisitor, but I am the steward of the king.
Also, while you're there,
Wait,
do
you're
us a
Stuart?
favor, like
Stuart?
check his also.
You know, I don't really appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, I'm a steward and my name is Stuart. I get the
Archimedes.
joke.
This
This
is
is
Archimedes.
Archimedes.
Oh, right, Archimedes. Sorry, I got my...
Okay, no, you're throwing us off.
I know.
Right, sorry, I had
disguised
the two
as
guys
Archimedes?
crossed in my head. It's late. Shut your face hole. Okay, so yes. Okay,
Ignore that.
Anyways.
ignore that. So I'm gonna take this mug and I'm gonna give it to the Inquisitor, and we'll edit that out in post.
Sure. Yeah.
And this. You're gonna give it to the Inquisitor.
I'm gonna give this to the Inquisitor, and I will let him know all of what you guys just told me, and
But it didn't come from us. Independent
that's a good point.
independent investigators.
I will
Contractors.
Contractors.
I will
Contractors.
figure that out.
Okay.
But I will give this to the Inquisitor and let him know what's going on. And you guys go investigate the haunted mountains and see what you can see. And we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right, we can do
Sounds like a
that.
plan.
That is a thing.
Trustworthy
So,
guy.
Archimedes, who, again, just to be clear, I don't know if we covered this, does not. You guys
Right.
have
Yeah.
looked.
We checked that.
You guys have definitely already checked. You've looked. There is no symbol on his wrist. He rides away, and you guys are left.
See if we
Alone.
claim this tower.
What
Make
are,
our own.
what are you guys gonna do next?
We don't have a flag. We
I'm gonna
can't.
build a
like,
catapult on top of this tower. Defend it with my life.
All right.
With my
So
library.
while you guys decide
Okay.
what you're gonna do, I'm going to pee, and I'm gonna pause the recording, and we'll go from there. But
Okay.
I mean, we don't really have anything else.
Yeah, we don't have a
can
lot of
do.
options,
Yeah,
right?
well, yeah,
We can
well,
either go burn down the